represents us on the City Council. There are many items in the agenda that is forthcoming. Please give all participants who are involved in accomplishing the vision the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that is necessary to enhance the life of the citizens. We pray for peace and tranquility of our state and nation. Grant that those who hold power, influence, and great responsibility may seek your guidance and rely upon your aid. Bless our homes and our children and prosper them. Protect the homeless and provide for the needy. Support the aged and care for those who are the infirm. Heal the sick and be of comfort to those who sorrow. Remember all public servants who serve the city tirelessly and keep them sheltered from their presence. We thank you, God, for answering our prayers. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Good evening, this is Councilman Gay. We'll now have a welcome by Pastor Earl Calloway.
Mr. Calloway, your microphone is unmuted, sir.
Okay. All right, well, let me welcome you all to our quarterly Ward 4 Town Hall meeting. I'm so excited. I want to first of all thank all of the city representatives for taking time out your evening to participate. I really appreciate it more than you know. Thank you for those that are watching us on Facebook or who will rewatch it. We have a lot on the agenda, but our goal is to get through this as expeditiously as possible. So please, everyone, be as brief as possible so that we can get through the agenda. And as our custom, we will now start hearing our reports from our city leadership. And there is an agenda posted, so you may follow along with our agenda. So we first have a representation from our College Park Police Department.
Good evening, everyone. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Good evening.
Okay. I appreciate you guys inviting me tonight. I'm not in the city of College Park. I'm away in training, but we wanted to make sure that we were here to address a lot of your concerns. Councilman Gay has notified us of a lot of your concerns, and we have some wonderful leadership in the city of College Park Police Department. And with that, we have Major Ward, who is going to be updating you guys on what's been going on, a lot of the trends. And we also have Major Patterson. They've been stepping in and helping me out while I've been away this week. So thank you guys.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Major Ward. I'm the commander of the Patrol Division. Some of the issues I know that's been on a lot of residents in Ward 4 has been the speeding. You may or may not know that some speed cushions have been placed on different areas of the ward, particularly on Herschel Road, where we had some problems, also on Lakeshore. And we are looking at other areas to increase those. We found that it has helped with a lot of the speeding problems. And I think that if we continue to work with the city government, we can continue with this project. It'll help with the safety of all citizens. Councilman, do you have anything you want to add to the speed cushions?
No, but thank you for those. The citizens are much appreciative.
Yes, sir. Also, we've had some concerns of prostitution that has spilled over from the White City Road area that's outside of our jurisdiction. So we've done some details and direct patrols. We've had an arrest earlier this month from an undercover operation that we did. We also reached out to City of South Fulton and the Fulton County Sheriff's Office and their task force for human trafficking. And they've got some details lined up in the near future. We've also put a DEQIP police vehicle out in the ward, and we've had over 50 plus direct patrols in that area. And I think that we're seeing some improvement there, but we're going to continue to work on it, and it's going to be a strong area of emphasis for us going forward. We also have some of the stats from the wards. And that's it.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to work that out now. Sorry.
Okay. While he's bringing it up, I can tell you that Ward 4 has the lowest raw crime numbers of any of the others. Right now we're experiencing a 7% decrease compared to last year, which is pretty phenomenal considering that last year had a lot of factors associated with COVID, and we had a decrease last year as well. So that's very, very good news. We're going to continue crime fighting strategies throughout the end of the year, through the holidays, focusing on intelligence-led policing, hotspot patrol, and concentrating on serious repeat offenders. And I think that'll play dividends for us as well. And just some quick tips that we have. Some of these things don't change much. As always, the slider crimes at the gas station. If you're gonna pump gas, please take your keys out, lock your doors, and be aware of your surroundings. If you've got valuables in your home, in your car, always record the serial numbers. It helps us when it comes investigation time to track down stolen property. Home security systems are a big help. Things like the Ring camera when it helps to solving crimes. Fraud scams are always a potential danger, so be leery of individuals requesting your information, whether it's social media, over the phone, or through email. And we also have non-emergency numbers that you can contact. Of course, you can always use 911 for emergencies happening right now. And we also have a tip line for more detailed information, and you can always call anonymously for citizens to share crime tips for us.
Pretty good. Is that any more reporting from the police? Sorry. Let me also take this opportunity to introduce our first African-American female police chief, interim police chief, SHAIRAS MCCRARY. Congratulations for your accomplishments. We're very proud of you, and we hope that you will have a successful term as our police chief. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant Wilson, did you want to say anything? He's on mute. Lieutenant Wilson.
Well, yes. Since the holidays are coming up, there's some tips that we want to give out to some of your residents.
Okay.
I know that we have a lot of older people living in the ward, so we want to make sure that make sure not to give out any pertinent information, any important information, personal information over the phone, over the internet, because around this time of year, they do target the seniors. And we just have to make sure that they're not giving out information that's gonna come back and people end up getting into their bank accounts, because that has happened to one of my family members. And it's a headache to try to get everything fixed back to where you had it. Also, last year, or the year before, we used to have issues with people stealing packages off people's porches. Well, if you shop through Amazon, there's a lot of the locations where they have lock boxes. You can have it shipped to a lock box instead of your home, and just go pick it up from there instead of wondering why your package hasn't arrived in a timely manner, when you can just go like maybe to a Quick Trip. I know we have a few places in the city that you can go to. The Cafe E. There's even LA Fitness. You can go to LA Fitness centers, and they have Amazon lock boxes. So we're encouraging people to use those lock boxes when they're ordering from Amazon, so as not to avoid having people steal packages from off their porches.
Very good. Well, Lieutenant Wilson is also the community officer for the city. You do an amazing job. You've helped out a lot of the seniors, so we appreciate you as well. And
Thanks, sir.
We have a lot of other departments we need to hear from. So again, thank you guys for what you do every day. We really appreciate it. Feel free to log off. Stay if you like as well.
Thank you.
If any of you all have the agenda that we shared in front of you, feel free to start your turn.
Good evening.
Just introduce yourself and take it from there.
I'm Melissa ECHEVARRIA, the Public Works Director. I began with the City of College Park on July 6th. Councilman Gay has taken me on several tours concerning Ward 4, so definitely want to touch on some of the critical areas. There have been some litter concerns. With that being said, what we are trying to establish currently is a citywide litter campaign. We are working on that. I'm hoping to get that definitely kicked off in the next month or next few weeks. The police department touched on the speed bumps. The other main issue is pretty much ground maintenance, trees, shrubbery, and grass. We have recently hired a building and ground superintendent, and this past Monday, we had 4 new individuals into building and grounds. So mainly I'm sorry, I heard something. The main issue has just been making sure that we were fully staffed, but we are very close to that. We are creating schedules so that residents can expect us to be in certain areas and certain dates or around certain times of the month, pending weather conditions. The other issue has been creek maintenance. I got off the phone today with Kelly Edwards from Fulton County, and she has agreed to do a stream cleanup on the north side and the south side. So I guess I'm hoping that Councilman Gay, you can go ahead and probably recommend 3 areas, and they're hoping to do a stream cleanup in October. So we just need to select a site that people can access and safely to do the stream cleanup with Fulton County. Other thing is just trees. We're also doing a citywide trees. Most of the trees, branches are in some areas are covering some of the stop signs in the city. So we'll start definitely tackling that per ward. We were also aware of some broken catch basins that were in your ward, but they were GDOT's responsibility. And we had also made contact with them on that. And we also have some assistance from some engineers looking into the issue on Janice Drive with the stormwater drainage and flow crossing people properties. So we are working progressively toward getting some solutions, and I believe I'm results driven, but we'll start seeing some progress soon. Do you have any questions?
Well, we're very excited for what you've done. I appreciate the drive-through. I appreciate the fact that you have a specialty in the stormwater and water system. So that's very encouraging. You touched on most of the issues, so thank you for what you've done. Looking forward to working with you.
Okay, I just need the 3 areas, the 3 streams, so that we can go ahead and start working on that with Fulton County, so we can go ahead and get the flyers and brochures out to social media.
Okay. And is that organization that you told me, the nonprofit? Is that them?
No, we are trying. So I would try to, not a surprise, but I am definitely trying to hopefully establish a city Keep College Park Beautiful organization where their full-time effort is citywide litter control.
Okay.
But I'm producing that, and I hope to have some type of presentation and discussion definitely with Mercedes Miller first as to how we're going to proceed with that. But I've been actively working on that. I've actually met with Rivers Alive and the Stream people in the organization to help us do more cleanups. So the goal here is I would like to do 2 stream cleanups per ward, but at minimum 1 per ward per year. So that is the goal. That's at minimum pending weather conditions. So you'll start seeing things on social media, and I'll make sure to include you in all that information.
Fantastic. We really appreciate all your hard effort, okay? Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay, our agenda is back up, and now we have presentation from our Code Enforcement Director, Ms. TASHA Garrison. TASHA, are you there?
I am.
Thank you for your time for being here. You're more than welcome. It's all
Thank
yours.
you. So I wanted to first introduce myself. I am TASHA Hall-Garrison, the Community Development Administrator for City of College Park. I previously served as Economic Development Manager, Program Manager, and I am very excited to serve in this new capacity. The first thing that I wanted to discuss is I Notify CP, because so graciously Councilman Gay brought this as an option to help assist code compliance and making sure that the city is up to the aesthetics and the codes that our mayor and council so graciously helped to establish. So I do once again challenge our citizens, if you don't know about iNotify, it is an app that is available on your, I'm put up my phones, my iPhone and the Android. All you have to do is go to your Apple Store or your Google Play and download the iNotify CP app. What that does is that whenever there is any issue that is non-urgent. So if you have any, let's say you have a property that has needs a grass cutting, or there's some trash that needs to be picked up. All you have to do is go into the app. You can take a picture, you can put the address, and it sends it directly to the directors in the city. So myself, Melissa, Chief McCrary will receive an email, and that hits our priority list. I challenge the citizens of Ward 4 to please download the app. If you download it and place an announcement or an item today, the first person this evening will receive a $20 gift card from Code Compliance as far as for just using the app. So once again, all you have to do is download iNotify CP, place in, you can place in a draft or just a ticket item. The first one I've received will receive a $20 gift card. This actually helps us because we are a small staff of 4, but with our College Park population, we become a staff of 15,004. So we really need everyone to participate and update the city on the issues at hand. Another one that we have that we want to discuss is really code compliance. Code enforcement, now known as code compliance, has been in the city since its establishment, but we're working to be more transparent in the processes for it. So we want to work with citizens. The first step of any code violation is a warning. As far as that warning can go, let's say if you're parked on a sidewalk, we want to make sure that it is ADA accessible. So that's going to be an ASAP or within 24 hours. Now, if your property needs to be cut, we'll give you at least 7 days. And we want to standardize that so that residents know that we're willing to work with you. And if you need more than that, feel free to contact your officer, or you can contact me directly for more time to be given or for more discussion to be had. Some of the issues that I've noticed while I'm riding around Ward 4 has been derelict vehicles. That is something that we do want to combat. Now, no, we're not going to go lift up your car covers. We're not going to go check. But per the zoning, you can only have 4 cars at maximum within a residential area. And we're going to make sure that that's enforced because we want to make sure that the neighborhood stays safe, as well as that it has health safety within the maintenance, because things like rats, they like cars, they like to hide out, and they like high maintenance, they like high grass. And we want to make sure that we don't attract any rats into the mighty Ward 4. Lastly, as community development administrator, my focus is not only making sure that the city is in compliance, but it's also making sure that the quality of life of College Park is available for all citizens. So as we get code compliance working efficiently as a well-driven machine, I want to be able to work with Fulton County and the CDBG funds to be able to assist and to provide more housing maintenance and services that are currently available to the ward. So please look out for additional information on how we can better help you to be a citizen right here in College Park. If there's any questions, feel free to send me an email at tgarrison@collegeparkga.com, or feel free to speak with Councilman Gay because he's very responsive and he'll make sure to get your question answered.
Ms. Garrison, we really appreciate you stepping up in this role. We know that you've done a lot for our city in economic development and so many other areas. So thank you so much for joining us. We're here to support you in any way that you need. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay, so I think that brings us to recreation. Am I right? Mm-hmm. And our recreation director, Michelle Johnson, who does an amazing job. It's not here tonight, but just as well, we have Miss Tanya, and she does an amazing job. She's been with us in the program for a long time. So the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, so we have a lot going on in recreation. So the first thing up is our splash pad, and Fulton County Community Development Block Fund funded the project with $584,000. Infrastructure is completed, and the Greater Southern Outdoors will start on the splash pad feature in mid-October, and we're slated to have it completed by the end of November, obviously if there are no delays in construction. And then it will be hopefully available to the community starting in June. Okay, so I'm excited for the kids knowing that that's coming. Then we also have a mini pitch, which we received $50,000 from the U.S. Soccer Foundation. So that also will be put up on the top of one court at Phillips Park, along with one Monesco lighting improvement. And we will have an invite only, obviously due to COVID. So it will be an invite only mini pitch grand opening towards the end of October. Probably, I think right now it's tentatively scheduled for October 28th. So more to come on that. And as well as the multi-purpose field, we're pleased to say is getting a lot of use with soccer in the streets. It is a year-round program, and it currently has 360 participants, with 60% coming from the College Park area. So those are great numbers, and I'm sure, as you see, they're out there 5 and 6 days a week. Okay, so that is what's going on with the multi-purpose field. We also have requested from CBDG funds for all playground improvements, and received, but we've only received about $100,000, which is not enough for upgrading the current playground at Phillips. So funds to improve Barrett will continue. I guess we're going to use some of those funds to improve Barrett, and we'll continue to apply for funds for the other parks. So we have a master plan for all park playgrounds to be improved. And what's nice is that Michelle is working on having something unique for each park. So one may be like some type of pirate ship, or one may be like a sailboat or something like that. So something that's going to be different in each park will have its own little identity there. Lighting, tennis courts at Phillips will receive all new lighting in the coming months. I believe in the last council meeting that funds for that were approved. So we're excited about that, taking this another step forward. And then generally, just with programs, we have girls volleyball program has started. Flag as well as tackle football are in the works right now. We have football homecoming October 16th. So that's going to be a lot of fun here, and I'm very busy at Badger Stadium. MGBA baseball has their fall training going on right now. The rock wall we have over at the Wyatt Center. We had our first field trip. We took about 10 kids to Stone Summit, where they also got to experience rock wall climbing there. And we're hoping to continue to nurture some interest in that. So obviously they are welcome to climb at the Wyatt Center, and then we'll also schedule some more field trips up to Stone Summit. We have basketball starting soon. So anyone who has children or want to get involved with basketball currently, in order to, again, nurture more girls participation, we have open gym on Saturdays at the Brady Center. So they can contact our website, College Park RCA, to find out more information about any of these things that I'm mentioning. And boys basketball has an open playtime again, also on Tuesday. So Saturdays for girls, Tuesdays for boys. We have gymnastics classes year round, dance classes year round, and then some fun things going on for the adults, because we haven't forgotten about you. There is the Jazz on the Lawn. That's being October 21st. I think you've also have heard about the wine stroll. And coming up will be Senior Thanksgiving Luncheon, Tinsel Trail with Light Up College Park, the annual Christmas Parade, those are all things we're working on, as well as I believe on the auditorium next week is going to be the movie, or at least closer to the end of the month. Movie on front of the auditorium will be Hocus Pocus. So those are all the stuff that are going on. I hope I didn't go too fast. I hope everyone.
But they can also, we can also see those events on the recreation website as well, correct?
Yes. collegeparkrca.com.
No one can say that we're not a busy city. We're doing a lot, and I am just so excited. We are an amazing city. So thank you, Tanya, and we really appreciate you and look forward to participating with some of those events, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Now that brings us to our last city office that we've invited, and we may have heard some of the events, and that is MERHERSALA Howard from our communication office. Is MERHERSALA here? Ms. Howard?
Yes,
Oh.
James got my presentation.
I'm pulling
Okay.
it up now.
While he's putting it up, you want to just say a few words?
Yes, I would like to say here in the communications department, we are trying to communicate with all the wards. So Ward 4, we ask of you if there's a way that you would like for us to communicate with you that we are not communicating, please email communication@collegeparkga.com. Again, that's communication@collegeparkga.com. So we can send whatever you like via however you like. So whether it's Facebook, Constant Contact, even the mailbox or whatever, just let us know how you would like to be communicated with so we can make sure that we are communicating the way you would like, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
And let's see if your presentation, oh wow, here we go.
Hello, I'm MERHERSALA Howard with the Communications Department, and I'm bringing you the inside scoop on what's happening in College Park.
Ms. MERHERSALA, once again, you did an amazing job. If anybody's new to College Park and to do the rewatch or is watching this tonight or see it later on YouTube, I know they're going to be looking for a realtor because I would want to live here if I didn't already live here. Just some amazing stuff, some amazing stuff. I'm so proud of y'all. And yes, everyone can see we have some of the best, most professional staff. Now, I also want to acknowledge that we have our interim city manager, Mercedes Miller, who has done an amazing job, has brought our city through COVID, is now bringing us out of COVID into a new day. She's done an amazing job. In keeping with our tradition, we have always had our city manager join on our Ward 4 meeting. So we certainly appreciate her time. We know that she's busy, so we're just honored that you would join us. So that brings us to the conclusion of our city reports. I want to thank you all again for your professionalism. You feel free to log off and enjoy the rest of your evening, but we look forward to working with y'all. And that brings us now to the second part of our meeting. And I'm so excited to introduce a representative from Rockland Home. And Rockland Home is a planned community that's in Ward 4. Our presenter will tell you more about it, but it's just an amazing, amazing development. And I'm so excited about it. So now, would you please present and tell us about Rockland Homes?
I certainly will, Councilman Gay. Thank you. You all, I thought that I had a busy day after listening to TASHA, Tanya, and the rec department in the city. Lord, I thought my day was busy. Y'all's day was, woo, there's a lot of stuff coming up. That's exciting. That's really exciting stuff. That splash pad looks so cool out there, and all the things that are going on. So I'm the marketing arm with Rockland Homes. And next time we do something like this, I'm gonna have it as prepared as you guys are. So I'm kind of shooting from the hip here, but I know Rockland Homes have been working with them since 2018. I'm actually with Marketing Results Marketing Company, but I've worked with Rockland. They're my builder that I work with. They build all over the Atlanta metro market, have had communities in South Fulton, still have Renaissance at South Park that's down in Fairburn area, Southwind they just built in. Really excited about the College Park location, and it's going to be about 300 homes. There'll be single family homes in that area. They're going to be very similar to Cascades. So Cascades is not that far away. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump, the single family homes that are there. So if you want to get an idea of what they're going to look like, when I talked to Lisa Swan earlier today, I told her, I said, oh, I'll bring a picture, but I didn't get the picture printed out. But if you go to rocklandhomes.com and do / and do Hawthorne Station, because that's going to be the community that's going to be down there. There are 3D virtual tours there, but to kind of give you an idea. It also mentions some of the features that are going to be in that area, or that are going to be in the homes that are down there. They build wonderful homes, and they have been selling like crazy this past year. I do know I've talked to one of the family members today before I left to come up. We're doing a Moms Academy up in Barrow County today, because we're partnered with the Falcons this year. So we've done some Moms Academies. This year we were able to do them because last year we couldn't do them because of COVID. But he said that they are going to work on the field down there in that area. They're going to, the location where the homes are going to be there off of Herschel Road, right? So there's a road that goes back, and then there's a ballpark, and I could see it from, they are going to do improvements to that ballpark area that's there. And they're going to have a splash pad, which I didn't know, in the community there out at Hawthorne Station. So there'll be 0 lot line homes, but if you go to Cascades, you can see some of the pictures of the, you can see some of the pictures? You can see some of the pictures of the homes, but Councilman Gay, I'm going to send Lisa some pictures so that when next time she does that flyer, she'll have the proper picture. Those are representing a Rockland Homes, absolutely, on that flyer, but I'll send her the single home so she can kind of see. And they're not going to be exactly like Cascades, because they're going to be about 200 square feet larger. They're going to be 2, 3, 4 bedroom homes. They'll have gourmet kitchens, hardwoods on first floor, oak treads on stairs, stainless steel appliances, owner suite with garden tub and tiled shower, media rooms, blinds are included. They do have maintenance-free living with Rockland Homes, which means through the HOA and stuff, the exteriors are taken care of. With it, fences are there per plan, depending on what the people want. There are security systems within the homes that can be activated by the homeowner. And we build affordable homes. The pricing in that area is with the Hawthorne Station with a single family is going to be low to mid 300 starting out. And of course, like all of the communities, they've been selling like hotcakes. After so many homes are sold, prices do start going up, but it's great equity for those first time home buyers, the first people that get into those communities, the equity that is built up. What else did Andy say too when I talked to him today? Rockland is a top 10 home builder. which I knew that. So, but the shopping home builder through the Atlanta Business Chronicle, they've been listed as a top home builder the last several years in the top 10. They've even been ranked nationally. They do have award-winning floor plans. They do build a great home. What else, Councilman Gay? Can I tell you a little bit?
Well, you've done an amazing job. The community see the sign going up, so we're excited about that. They see the road coming in. I'm going to touch on a little bit more in my closing remarks. So there'll be more opportunity for you all to talk to the community as well as the city. So I just want to thank you for zooming in, and we're just so excited. I want to introduce you all to Celisa Jefferson, who is a realtor, but more importantly, she's a resident of many years, and she has been with this project from its inception. Before it was Rockland Homes, there were some other developers, and so she, as well as Tangy Warrior, Councilman Taylor, we all visited earlier projects. So Ms. Jefferson is excited to tell y'all briefly about what we're trying to do as a first-time home buyers program. So Ms. Jefferson, tell us a little bit about that.
I saw that on the agenda. That's so good.
Yeah,
That's
and
exciting.
exactly. We're so excited to have Rockland Homes in the mighty Ward 4. I mean, it's amazing what our resilient Councilman Gay has done and continues to prove his leadership within our ward. I just, my background, my name is Celisa Jefferson. I have over 25 years of business as a business strategist in finance and accounting and real estate venture capital management services. And so I also, am a real estate investor, developer, and a realtor as well. But I just wanted to share with you some highlights because our ward consists of renters as well as homeowners who may be thinking about transitioning into first-time home ownership or downsizing into new home development. So I wanted to share my screen and just share with you some highlights of what are some of the expectations and what I need to do in order to qualify for my first home purchase. Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Okay, so I can't, can I share my screen, James? Okay. Great. And so, we just wanted to highlight quickly some of the steps. Sometimes a lot of people with their first time home purchase, it's a little scary process, but I just listed 5 steps. And if you follow these 5 steps, your process will go great. You can obtain this free information at myfirsthomega.org. I'm just going to highlight the steps, but on the website, they provide a plethora of information that goes further in detail for each of these steps. So first time home buyer process, step 1, find your mortgage lender. It's about, preparing yourself for your team. So finding a mortgage lender and your realtor is going to make your process go so much smoother. So Rockland Homes, as a new developer, they have their agents who are on site who can probably provide, and they may have some preferred lenders available. And so as you go, yes, and so as you go to that community, they'll be able to walk you through their first-time home buyers process. But do understand that Rockland Homes and their on-site agents is representing Rockland Homes. And as you as a buyer, you can obtain representation by working with your own realtor. And so one key step on step 1, when you find your mortgage lender, let them know that that you want to know about available first-time homeowner programs, no down payment programs, down payment assistance programs available. You want to also understand, remember the number 2, meaning you need 2 months of income verification, 2 months of 2 years of tax returns, whether you're self-employed or corporate employed, 2 months of bank statements, and also sometimes what's requested is 2 months of reserves for what your new mortgage payment will be. So, and once you establish that relationship with your mortgage lender, you're going to go through that process. They'll give you that pre-approval letter, and now you have that letter in hand that you can go find your realtor. Do understand, if you see I highlighted realtor there, because you have some people who are unlicensed who work within real estate, but realtors are licensed through the state of Georgia. And so when they work on your behalf, protecting you from any liabilities that may come through, you know, when they file offers on your behalf. So I would suggest that you work with a licensed realtor that's very expert, especially they specialize as expert in the area, and they'll let you know what's available to you in your price range, which you are pre-approved for. Step 3, that realtor is going to work on your behalf very diligently to make an offer and go through the entire process of negotiation, and hopefully through that negotiation, your offer will be accepted, and then you'll be able to move on to step 4, and that's conducting a home appraisal and an inspection. Now, the home appraisal is normally taken care of by your mortgage lender, so you don't necessarily have to worry about that. There is a fee associated with that, but it's advantageous for you to obtain an inspection. So we know that with Rockland Homes, them being a new developer, you're going to be in the process of design stages, pre-construction, designing, and Rockland Homes is a maintenance-free community. So there's a lot of things that they have included that you don't have to necessarily worry about, but you want to still do your due diligence to hire an inspection so that you have a full understanding of the fixtures and how this home was built, and that is going to be sufficient for you and going to operate accordingly for your family and your personal needs. And then lastly, once that's all taken care of and your home is built, or you have found your home and your inspection is clean, you move on to the closing. And the closing is where is transfer of title and ownership. And so your realtor will take care of this, or Rockland Homes on-site agent will take care of it as far as setting up your appointment, and your lender will stay in contact with you to make sure that everything that was done in the beginning stages of you qualifying for your loan, now that you're ready to close and transfer ownership of title, that nothing has changed within your circumstances. So I suggest highly, whatever you do, once you start your home ownership process, do not make any sudden or surprising purchases during that process. You want to make sure that you're very diligent in maintaining your budget and not making any unforeseen purchases, so that you don't have any issues that may come up with you finalizing your closing. And at your closing, once it's done right, you're going to receive your keys and you're able to move into your home. You can get further information. You can email info@myfirsthomega.org, or you can call their information site at 470-217-7550.
Ms. Jefferson, we are so excited. You and I have been talking about this for a long time. That's a lot. There's a lot more to come. I'm excited for the people that wants to downsize, as well as our first-time home buyers. So thank you for what you do. We're going to be working closely with Rockland and our city stakeholders to make this a reality for first-time home buyers and those who want to experience another style of living. Okay?
Very much so. Thank you.
Thank you. So we are keeping within our tradition of doing an hour meeting, and I'm going to touch on just a few of those during my closing, which will also be brief. I have a little very brief video, but now I'm going to bring you, as they do in the comedy club, I'm bringing you to the highlight, the highlight of the evening, which is a proposed sports complex. I don't want to say too much about it now, but we have with us Miss Kendra Davis. She's going to be representing the development. And Kendra, please tell us a little bit about who you are and what's happening here. All
Hi,
yours.
everybody. Okay, so I am a little bit under the weather. I am going to keep my photo up and not go live because I had an allergic reaction, and for lack of a better term, I'm gonna just save you guys from having to look at me as a hot, puffy mess. So, anyway, but I'm here and ready to go and excited to talk about it. So, okay, so my name is Kendra Davis. I am a realtor with Engel and Volkers Atlanta. I have been a designer whose work has been featured on Bravo and blah. I'm not going to talk about me. It's not about me, but blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I've been around for a long time. I have known Dale Davis who is the head of the Pro Player Holdings, who are proposing to build this facility that I'm just going to share a little bit about with you guys. But I've known Dale for 25 to 30 years. My husband was the other half of the Davis boys. My husband, Antonio, played with Dale on the Pacers. So Dale is as good of as a guy as they get. He's a Georgia native and just a solid all around guy. So what Dale has done is he has put together a network of predominantly former pro players and built this Pro Player Holdings Corporation. And what Dale is proposing is to build a $20 million development. It's a sports complex that will accommodate athletic events. It will house 8 hardwood basketball courts, indoor soccer, a 200 to 300 meter multi-lane indoor track, Olympic state-of-the-art, Olympic size swimming pool. So this is where right now the development is projected at costing roughly $20 million. So the working name of the facility is the Team Sports Complex. And that's an acronym for technology, education, athletics, and medicine, which will be kind of the basis and the premises of which the building operates. Dale's hoping to house and host lots of AAU basketball tournaments, and both of my kids played AAU. And if any of you guys have kids who played AAU, you know how hard it is to find good venues with good parking and nice places to play. But not only that, he's really focused on the development being centered around our youth and our communities and the needs of our communities that have so often been underserved. I won't get into all of the specifics, but there's, again, a lot built around technology. It's a very smart build out that's very deep rooted in education. And, Dale often says that, he's not just building a facility. He's trying to build an economic development, like kind of prototype, so that we can all over the country put these types of centers around to service our communities. So he's really hopeful. The facility is to be, right now it's estimated to be 50 to 100,000 square feet. And, there's clearly an undeniable, the impact that it would have on the thousands of citizens and the members of the College Park community and the visitors alike. Is obviously, it's undeniable. I mean, it's going to bring jobs, economic growth to the city. Dale seeks to employ 150 employees before year 3. So he just kind of is hoping to really support the community, the College Park community, through the culmination of lowering crime, economic impact, and the economic impact by our initial projections could exceed $50 million into the community. So let me think, I think that's kind of just the basis. They told me don't tell everything until,
you're right.
until we know for sure. So, but that's just kind of the overall scope. I just kind of want to kind of give you guys just kind of an overall idea of what we're hoping to.
Miss Kendra, touch on these two things before you go. Why do you think Mr. Davis wanted to build it in College Park? And two, will it complement or compete with our arena that we've just built? And
sure.
Touch on those two for us.
So obviously, Dale is a Georgia native. So I think he felt like there's no better place with all the growth that's happening in College Park. I think we see often neighborhoods coming in and being kind of, for lack of a better term, gentrified, right? But I think it's important that Dale recognizes that that's a good thing for the neighborhood, but he wants our people in our community included in that growth. He doesn't want a regentrification and growth to kind of, you know, push our people out. He wants it to embrace our people and our communities. So that's one of the main reasons he was excited to do the project in College Park. And as far as competing with the arena, absolutely not. I think, you know, the arena could be utilized as an extra venue during larger tournaments for kids, kind of as a treat. You know, you get to play in the arena, or during tournaments or championship games if the arena so desired, but it only can add to what the arena has already, the growth that the arena has, you know, started this path of growth in College Park. So I don't think it competes at all because they're just very different. The arena's kind of a much larger scale for special events. This is going to be a more everyday enhancement where it's just kind of a more functioning on a smaller scale. So I don't think that they're, if anything, it's, you know, it's an enhancement, we believe.
Well, we are just so excited. I will say, and I'll touch on it in just a moment here, but I will say that this could really be an economic catalyst for the area of Jamestown. So I need the community to put this in your prayers, to talk to your city leaders. Let's move forward on this. I think it will benefit College Park. I will close by saying, Ms. Davis, that College Park is also the home, and as Tanya tell you this, of Pat-Man, the first #1 draft pick, right, Tanya? For the NBA came right out of College Park.
Wow.
So to have a facility that people can fly in, teams can stay at our hotels, will generate revenue, put heads in beds. So we're just super excited for what's happening, not just in Ward 4, but the city. So Ms. Kendra, get some rest. Hope you feel better. And we look forward for the work you have to do here to get this done, okay?
We're working on it. So thank you guys. We appreciate your support so much. And thank you so much, Councilman Gay, for having us and having me. And let's, you know, stay in prayer. But thank you guys. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. We're winding this down to probably about 5 minutes. So what I want to do, Mr. Hammond, do you have that quick little video? The State of Ward 4?
Yes, sir, I do. Pulling it up now.
It's very quick. Run that real quick. And then the next word you'll hear from is me. While he's working on that, let me just touch on a couple items that is on the flyer that was mailed to the Ward 4 family. Lakeshore Drive has been screaming for pedestrian safety sidewalks. We understand that there's citizens who don't want us to encroach in their yard. My dad was the same way on Camp Creek. I mean, on Old Fairburn Road when he was living. I think the video's coming up. Let me pause there and you'll see what we're going to show you.
Welcome to Ward 4. I'm Council Member Roderick Gay.
Welcome to the mighty Ward 4 in College Park. I've had the privilege of serving this ward for 6 years. It goes without saying, Phillips Park is the heart of our ward. The location we're at today is the Memory Garden created in honor of Carl Harper, a long-term resident and city employee who passed several years ago. Phillips Park is diverse and offers picnic shed for family gatherings, a vast array of swing, play areas, and a wonderful walking path for residents who use it on a daily basis. Phillips Park is an exquisite experience that my family, my ward, and our city has come to love. Crystal Garden Townhouse is the former Roosevelt Park Apartments. With the continued growth of our city, Chad Construction has invested nearly $4 million for a 100% renovation to transform the Roosevelt Park Apartments into a semi-luxury 1-3 bedroom townhome community. Rockland Homes Subdivision. Excitement is building regarding the 72-acre residential development on Charlestown Drive. The award-winning Rockland Home will spearhead the development surrounding the Brannan Park area. Rockland has had a reputation of quality building with immaculate landscape, walking path, and a variety of modern styles. There are so many good things coming to the mighty Ward 4 under the cooperation and leadership of all council members and our mayor. We're honored to serve the families of Ward 4 and the city of College Park.
So that being said, Lakeshore Drive has a charter school. A lot of parents just asked if we could do something that allow the children to be dropped off maybe on Herschel. They could walk to the school. So we're looking at an option called traffic calming. And essentially what that may be is just pedestrian pillars, a lot of markings, signs, and patrol. And we believe that that will keep us from impacting your yards. We're going to be talking more about that. Our Special Developments Director, Jackson Meyer, will be presenting that at some time in the very near future. The last thing is a proposed food mark on Highway 29 in Green Springs. I am not in support of it, but I want to be completely transparent to our Ward 4 family. We do not need another gas mark, but we wanted to at least let you know what developers think about putting in our community. So go on the record saying at this point, I don't support it, but I want to be transparent. So in closing, this has been an amazing ride. The people that I work with are amazing. Ward 4 is really taking off. As you heard tonight, we have very professional people. The splash pad is amazing. I can't wait to walk around with and see the families play there. We have seniors in our ward, and a lot of people want to know, well, Councilman Gay, half of your ward. Well, it's actually not half anymore, but we do have about 30% of seniors. I call them my darlings. These were people that were prominent, they're still prominent, and they came to our community, and now they have aged. They have served us well, and we care about them, and we do a lot to support them through our aging services in Fulton County. The development that Dale Davis is proposing will be an opportunity to also go inside their facility and have lunch, swim like my mom swam at the YMCA on Camerton Road, to have meetings and to watch youth and to also share some of their wisdom for their experience here to those youth. So this is not just a sports complex, it's a livable center. And this is something that we have wanting to do for the last 6 years that I've been on council. I'm claiming it. I believe it's going to be done. And I thank Mr. Davis for his leadership and his vision and his money. Finally, I want to wish my son, Blake, happy birthday, Blake. I know you're watching. Blake has been an instrumental. He grew up in Ward 4. I have to always say he went to Columbia University, got his master's. He went to Morehouse, and he's back in our ward, living his best life. So it is now 8:03. We have kept within our tradition. I want to thank y'all for coming on. Everyone, we really appreciate it. You can email us if there are other questions. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.